Greetings. I've had this video idea for the past, I think 2 years now, but I either didn't have time or my collection didn't look properly, or I was just busy with something else. But now, finally, I have the chance. So, this is a video about my collection. Half people are going to click off by the first 30 seconds. By the way, I started removing that horrific scene up there, but it's starting to take the paint off. So I'll just cover it up with something, I'm not sure what. I think how this video is going to work is I'm going to work with things that were first in my collection to the things that were last, so oldest to newest in my collection. So here we go. Before we carry on with this video, I'd like to give a bit of background. Basically, it's mostly South African railway stuff and just train stuff in general. There's also things that are important to me, like entirely that side. It's mostly just like childhood things or things that were given to me or things I found, like antiques and stuff. And yeah, most of the South African railway stuff was actually my grandparents' things. Unfortunately, they passed away quite recently, I think in 2019. My great-grandfather was a station master. That's where the hat and lamps came from. My great-grandfather was a driver in the good old steam days. In fact, he was a driver on the Garretts. His fireman is still alive. Hopefully I can have an interview with him someday. And yes, other than that, everything was either bought or it was gifted to me, like the plates and the whistle, of course. I'm proud of it. And the shovel was a birthday present. Yeah, let's just carry on. We're first gonna talk about the lamps. The one on the left was the first thing in my collection. And the second thing is, of course, the hat. I suppose I'm not quite sure about the history about these lamps. All I know is it has to do with making the train go stop and go, unless my grandfather was also a guard of some sort. That's the type of hat station masters would wear and yada yada yada. Next is the ticket stamper. I'm not sure how old it is. I don't know. I actually have two. One is sitting there in Inchunga Station in the museum. So if you're over there and you see a black one of those, it's actually mine. I donated it because I didn't need it. The second lamp, the one on the right, same story. Then the other lamp, the smaller one, is a carbide lamp, I think. I'm not sure how it works. Don't ask me. I'm part of the generation that has things easier, blah blah blah. Then of course the wolf lamp, a paraffin stove. I don't know the history of those because I'm not an expert in those things. And what's next? Oh yeah, the SAR medic box and binoculars. That's not important. Then those little two lamps, the Elvis lamps, I suppose it has to do with shunting because reasons. I'll get some answers there at him gain steam. Next is the leather tin, which was my great-grandfather's. You can obviously see his name is stamped on there, Driver Al Jordan. And then you have my tin. I suppose what was also his. Nothing special. It's made of stainless steel. Yeah, and swiftly carry on. Then you have the spoornet mugs. Okay, this next thing technically isn't like new to the collection, but actually has been here for a while. It's these, the SAR pencils. No, I did not know that they exist. I almost threw them out the other day because I thought, oh, it's just more pencils, let's just throw it out. Wait a second, why is there SAR on this? So yeah, that was quite interesting. And of course you have the chop locks with the chop keys. They were used to lock the points. If you don't know what a point is, what are you doing here? Basically what it is, it's, you know, the switch track we call the things that you use to throw the track. It's called a tumbler. You lock the tumblers. What's next? Then you have the pressure gauges. Probably have to fix that other one, and a vacuum gauge that has been turned into. Where's that now? A vacuum gauge? No, it's not. Where is it? Yeah, it is a vacuum gauge. My bad. Yeah, that thing has been turned into a clock by my grandfather. Yada yada yada, and. Also have a few things, I'll put here somewhere, I'm not bothered to look for it. Then you have these, the stamps for the ticket stamper thing that I showed just now. Almost threw those out as well because I was looking around the garage and I came across this little box, saw little brass pieces that I could have used for something, just like, oh, that seems useful. I read what stood on the box, SAR SAS. Straight to my collection, and yeah, now sitting there. Next, you have crap. There's so many stuff. You have the piece of rail. No, I did not steal it. I found it in my grandfather's garage. Oh dear. Oh dear. Where was I? Yeah, this is embarrassing. You have this little box, which is SAR related. It was part of the Station Masters. Then I guess we can start going to the books. I've got two Suid-Afrikaanse spoorweer handleidings. If you don't know what I just said, basically what I said was South African Railways Handbook of Steam. Yeah, I have two of them now. One's Afrikaans, one's English. Yay. A machining book, a Lys van locomotiefterme, or if you translate that, list of locomotive terms, which is literally a dictionary about railway terms like, you know, blower, blaster, expansion link, scar. I did not make that up. For some reason it's called a scissor, even though it does not sound like a scissor. I mean, look. What's next? Oh yeah, you have these. A little toothpick holder that looks like a train. A little whistle. Got that when I was 10. My first ever toy, which is a gone. Yeah, I have been into trains for so long. A pipe. Don't ask questions. Bunch of more toys. 4 Bibles, a harmonica, a clock, that other steam toy, and a pocket knife. Don't ask me why it's there. And this, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a DVD. Yeah, it looks pretty old, so I'm keeping it. A bunch of junk, vintage matches, and vintage toys. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of vintage stuff in my collection. Of course, you have the rail spike. I picked this one up there at Inchunga because after the floods, track was damaged, and yeah, they had to throw away a bunch of stuff. What's next? The shoefles. Okay. Yeah, turns out this shovel is from Germiston, which, if you don't know about Germiston, I think it was the biggest steam depot in South Africa. I can't remember. Um, there was like, I don't know, something like 40 locomotives coming in and out every, I don't know, 3 minutes or 6 minutes. I can't remember. But I wish I could have been there. Like, just do yourself a favor, go on YouTube, type in Germiston Steam Depot. It's amazing. Then you have my favorite thing, which is my souffle, my firing spade. This was a birthday gift from this year. You have no idea how long I've been looking for a shovel. It was either like, oh dear, story time. Since 2019, I always wanted a firing spade because reasons. I couldn't find one, and if I did find one, it was outrageously priced. Wait, no, not outrageously, ridiculously priced. 1,500 rand, and sometimes 3,000 rand. I'm just like, that's not how much that thing costs. Costs 500 rand. And yeah, 2 years later, or 3, I can't remember, I got my spade. This one is from 1956, from Germiston as well. I freaking love it. I don't know if you noticed that I almost always polish it because it has copper plating on it. It's unfortunately coming off at the back, which is a shame. Recently got a repair, as you saw, with the hand rest. And yeah, what's next? Oh dear. Oh, the plates. Yeah, coach plates I discovered. I'm not sure about the Linke Hofmann Luchhammer, however you pronounce that. Sorry, Germans, I think. And of course you have these, which is the Spoornet Train, Spoornet Train Personnel Development and Spoornet Train Personeel Ontwikkeling, like that. And yeah, I think that's it. The bullet shell thing, that's not mine. I just cleaned it up with the canes and stuff. I'll just tell the story. It looks to me that my other grandfather was a cane enthusiast. Don't ask me why. Of course you have the model trains. I got them as a gift. They're also from the 50s. Then of course you have the model train here. Well, model locomotive. Apparently it's SAR, it's actually German. It doesn't run because there's a spring that pushes the brushes into the spinny bit. I hope that makes sense. Of course, the rest of the rolling stock and a bunch of track that's sitting there. I feel like I'm missing something. The whistle, of course. Where do I start? I've been looking for a whistle for so damn long that I can afford. And the other day I was just like, you know what? I'm looking for a whistle now. There was one for sale for 4,000 rand. It didn't look great, but I specifically wanted that one. Because the thing is, the people take angle grinders and stuff and like sand the things down so damn smooth, all the markings and stuff isn't on it anymore. And all the like indentations and like dents and stuff, all that would be gone. This thing was black of the corrosion. It looked like my shovel. Okay, I wanted to give the money. The guy said no, he doesn't want to sell it anymore because reasons. Oh well, I respect that, but okay. I contacted another guy and he had a whistle for me. Yay, now I got a whistle. And yeah, that's basically the end of it. I believe that oh yeah, you have my locomotive's frames. Don't worry, I'm still building it. I'm just trying to get some time. I have the materials. Wada. And yeah, I think that's it actually. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this incredibly long video. It took way longer than I expected. So yeah, editing will be fun. And yeah, my collection. Hopefully it will become bigger as time goes on.